Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a word you hear all the time, especially when talking about business, shopping, or the economy. Demand. What does it actually mean? Is it just about wanting something? Well, it's a little more than that, and by the end of this video, you'll understand it like a pro. So, let's start with the basic meaning. In everyday life, when you say you demand something, it sounds pretty forceful, right? But in economics, demand isn't just a wish or a desire. You might want a private jet, but unless you have the money to buy it, your desire isn't considered economic demand. That's the key difference. Economic demand is the desire to own something, combined with the ability and willingness to pay for it. It's a two-part equation. You have to want it, and you have to be able to afford it. Without both, it's just a daydream. This brings us to a more formal definition. Economists define demand as the quantity of a good or service that consumers are willing and able to purchase at various prices during a specific period. Notice those key phrases again: willing and able and at various prices. This leads us to one of the most fundamental principles in all of economics, the law of demand. It's actually quite intuitive. The law of demand states that all other factors being equal, as the price of a good or service increases, the quantity demanded will decrease, and conversely, as the price decreases, the quantity demanded will increase. Think about it. If your favorite pizza place cuts its prices in half, you're probably more likely to buy a pizza, right? But if they double the price, you might think twice, and maybe make a sandwich at home instead. So, how does this all work in the real world? Let's look at the demand curve. Imagine a graph. On the vertical axis, we have the price, and on the horizontal axis, we have the quantity. The demand curve is a line that slopes downward from left to right. This visually represents the law of demand we just talked about. At a high price point on the graph, you can see the corresponding quantity demanded is low. As you move down the curve to a lower price, the quantity demanded gets higher. But wait, is price the only thing that affects demand? Absolutely not. There are several other factors that can shift the entire demand curve, either to the right, meaning more demand at every price, or to the left, meaning less demand. One major factor is consumer income. If people start earning more money, they can afford to buy more goods, so demand increases. Another one is consumer tastes and preferences. If a new health study comes out saying kale is a superfood, the demand for kale is going to shoot up. The price of related goods also matters. For example, if the price of coffee skyrockets, the demand for tea, a substitute, might increase. Conversely, if the price of printers goes down, the demand for ink cartridges, a complement, will likely go up because more people are buying printers. Finally, consumer expectations about the future can play a huge role. If you hear that the new iPhone is coming out next month, you might hold off on buying a new phone today, causing current demand to drop. So, to wrap it all up, demand isn't just about wanting things. It's the powerful combination of desire and purchasing power. It's governed by the law of demand, which shows an inverse relationship between price and quantity. But it's also influenced by a whole host of other factors, from our income and tastes to our expectations for the future. Understanding demand is crucial because it's one half of the equation that determines prices and drives our entire market economy. The other half, supply, is something we'll tackle in another video. I hope this helped clear things up for you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.